Greetings and welcome to episode 287 of the Words About Games podcast, the weekly whatever that says news podcast, right? That's right, yeah. Yeah, dab. Everybody, yeah. Okay, there we go. That's it. Intro done. I'm your host, Amy K. Alexander, joined this week by. I'm trying to read his t-shirt. I can't read his t-shirt. Daffy Mark Moody. Noise is his style. That's true. That's true. Noise is so much his style. He got kicked out of his bedroom and he's in his own room now.
Hello, how are we all doing? It's Monday. We're finally back. You know what that means.
The longest break we've ever taken. Well, I felt like I needed it. Like, I felt like if we tried to come back last week, I would have been like, it's too soon.
Why?
No.
Even though we were like, we feel like we should be doing something last week.
Every weekend, I was like, I should be doing something right now on a Sunday night. And I was like, I'm not though. And I was texting Moody, just like, Moody, come back to me.
But Amy, we're not alone.
We're not alone. We're not alone. We have an amazing, fantastic special guest today who's down here on my screen, so down here on the podcast, so I don't want to hear any more jokes about where I'm pointing. We've got Sadie Flair in the house. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. This is exciting. Thank you so much for having me on to your lovely podcast. I am very, very flattered and honored to be here.
Thank you for coming and saying all of those nice things. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't know why people accept our invitations, but I'm glad that they do.
I mean, the gunpoint.
Well.
Wait,
No,
what? Amy? Is there something you want to say?
Is there anything I want to say?
No, she doesn't want to say anything.
No, I'm not going to say anything. I do not recall.
That's safe.
How's everybody doing?
Good. Had a nice day. Been going out seeing a friend. That's good. Ate too much, so that's also good too. And I'm going to have to just burn that off by talking nonsense at you for 2 hours.
We're in the business of nonsense. Gesticulate your arms a bit as well. Like, really get yourself going.
Is this good gesticulation, or does it just look like I'm doing a bad dance move?
You're just doing the robot there. Like,
Yeah.
that's just the robot dance. But hey, whatever works for you, right? Like, you got to bring your own style and brand to everything that you do.
Absolutely.
Louis, how you doing?
I am not bad, Amy. Not bad at all. I had an alright Christmas. I won't lie. Christmas Day was pretty good. New Year, I was asleep. Not gonna lie. I was like, nah, I'm not waiting. Are you think I'm gonna wait and watch these stupid fireworks? They're there for like a second and then.
And that's it. And then literally.
Yeah. I've broken wind that's lasted longer than that.
Wow.
So why the hell not? Hey, I was polite there. I could have said the other way, but I said the polite version.
Yeah, you were pretty polite. What's wrong with you?
Well, you weren't the only. I was just going to say that I tried to miss them. I tried to fall asleep at 10:30, and I woke up at 11:45 and begrudgingly watched the fireworks. So that was my exciting New Year's.
I mean, I was, and I still can't believe I was doing this. I was posting thirst traps on Instagram because that's a thing I do now. So I did that for New Year's Eve.
Start as you need to go on.
Yeah. My last Instagram picture was of some dice. So, nerd traps.
It's hot.
So I'll go for the history of your Instagram. So the last picture she posted was dice, and then the next one was of her. This is weird.
I can do this because I've only posted a few times on Instagram. It's dice, and then the one before that was a book with a candle next to it because I was chilling. And the one before that was like, look at my orange hair, isn't it orange? And then the one before that was, look at these boobs.
Oops. Okay, yeah, I see where this is a riddle.
If John leaves
All
the
I'm hearing-
station at 82 miles an hour,
All I'm hearing is it's a trap by Akbar, so I'm staying out of
it's a
this.
trap. Oh man.
My partner's put you up to this, so I'm like, I'm staying out of this.
Put me up to what? Does Sophia have Instagram? I'll send her the links.
She does have Instagram.
I'll have to find her and follow her. Just says banter in the notes. I keep forgetting. Like I'm looking down for like help, and it just says banter. We have an officially mandated banter section.
I'd like it.
Fantastic.
It keeps us from the news for as long as possible. Not that we
Yeah,
do the news this week.
Do you ever mix it up and just try a bant section rather than a banter section?
A band section. We've never mixed it up to try a band section. What do you think, Moody?
You gotta try something,
We
Gamer.
gotta
You
try
have to
something.
try.
We gotta try mixing it all up.
See what
Yeah, we gotta
happens.
try and mix it all up.
It's nuanced, but it is significantly different.
It's a small but subtle distinction.
Yes.
Like, I think eventually we will just do a full episode that is just nothing but banter, because the news is going to be that bad. We're just going to be like, no, we are staying as far away from this as we can.
It's just like Moody's doing the intro, and you're just like, so what happened was Amy was doing the show notes, and her brain 404 and she passed out. So we're not doing that this week.
It's just bants.
Instead, we're going to talk about Andrew Garfield for 2 hours, and then that's how you bring me back to life. Like,
Say his name 4 times in front of
Just
her.
oh man, I'm really out of practice at this. So does anyone have anything they would like to talk about?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, we already blew through the Christmas and New Year stuff. Like, that didn't take very
Oh,
long.
I can do that. Yeah, I got it. Even though you can't hear the noise it makes, I got this for Christmas, a little xenomorph, and it makes a noise, and it scares the shit out of my partner, and I love it.
Can we
And
hear
I
the
got to
noise?
go up to the door, and you won't hear it. I don't think you will.
I don't
No.
know why I put my ear closer to the microphone.
There's a noise,
Yeah,
it's it.
I don't know. I just realized what you did there. Yeah, no, it makes the noise of a xenomorph. My partner hates it. Like, I literally just walked off just last night when we were playing Amy and just went to the door, pressed it, and it makes a noise. And I didn't realize this, and so I got told off. And she was asleep, so I woke her up with it. So I'm imagining him again shouting at last night.
That's got to be one of the top 5 ways to get woken up.
No, she hates it. Like, she's told me, like, if you know me, like, my favorite films are Alien and Aliens, and I'm just like, we're never watching them ever again. I was thinking, no.
Move your head slightly to the side.
I was gonna say, it doesn't help. And I've got a displayed image coming as well. Well, that's a xenomorph. Well, from the Aliens thing.
Nice.
And I can't wait to have it. Should come next week. So next episode we should have it on there somewhere there.
Like,
there.
on the side there, like you're building it out, right? Like,
Yeah, basically, yeah.
yeah. One of my 2022 goals is to literally double the size of that mound of plushies.
Nice. That's a noble goal. I approve.
Oh, Amy, for you, I'll tell you this right now. I already know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
My birthday's wow. Okay, like my birthday's in 6 months, but okay, cool, interesting. You're that.
What means to be, we found it. We were like, yes.
I don't know whether to be excited or terrified.
Can you give a hint? Any kind of like little inkling? No.
Oh, he won't do
No.
it. No.
Nope.
He won't do it.
No.
He's
Nope.
good.
No.
He's good at
man.
keeping things locked down.
Well, try and prise open over the course of the show.
Like, yeah, this whole episode is now just going to be trying to extract information out of Moody. Like, what's he doing new for her birthday in 6 months?
Asking it.
Play 20 questions instead of podcasts about games.
What is your most anticipated present of 2022?
Yeah, Moody, you seem like a gift giver. So, what's your most anticipated gift that you are hoping to give in 2022? Then Moody would just turn it around and go, "Oh, positivity" or something lame like that.
Nice.
I'm liking this banter. This is a good banter.
Bulbasaur's still there, so
Respect.
I've got my own little,
correct.
To be.
little tube.
Oh, nice.
Do I just bring her along to say hi?
I don't have any, like, nothing's in reach. Like, I can't reach. It's all behind me.
I could tangentially relate that to what I've been playing a lot of, if you wanted banter.
I know what you've been playing a lot of.
It's really tangential as well. But yeah, obviously I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 because that's what I do. And Nier was in.
That's what half my classmates are doing.
Yeah,
It's the best. It's a really good game. Everyone's missing out who isn't playing it. I'm sorry. If you could,
It's too
if I
much
could,
law. It's too much. It really is.
We just got burned. Both.
I'm saying is if you'd have let me say my most anticipated game of 2022 was Final Fantasy 14, the rest of all the content releasing, I would have said it. But that seems like a bad choice.
Nothing's banned. Nothing's banned. I mean, I did have a fight with Moody in 2020 when we were doing Game of the Year, and he was like, "Can't put Among Us," and I was like, "I'm putting Among Us."
It's your share. You can do what you want.
Exactly. Sadie gets it. Sadie gets it. I fired people for less. It's always a joke. I've never fired anybody. They always leave me.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Moody's not going to leave me, though. Right, Moody?
Hey, I've got my first joke. Amy, you said that so gingerly.
Helps the joke was Amy's face at the same time.
It's going to be a good podcast. I'm going to read this next bit here. So we can get into the actual show and talk about video games. But if you've got any more jokes, you just throw them out there. I'm here for it.
I'll be thinking of them as you talk.
Brilliant. I love it. But this is the Words About Games podcast. It's about video games. I rewrote the intro, but it's really bad, so I'm just trying to make it up as I go along. You can get the video podcast on youtube.com/WordsAboutGamesUK or the audio version on a variety of platforms, including Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and a few that I have never heard of in my entire life. There's timestamps in the description wherever you choose to get the podcast, so you can just skip around. Spoiler alert, most of this podcast is one big gigantic thing, so there probably won't be that many timestamps, unless we have another intermission with a dog, but I don't think anybody has a dog, so I think we're good on that one this time. If you want to hang out with us, no dog, no Sophia intermissions, cat intermissions, I'll take anything.
There should be any Sophia intermissions, as she's in a different room now, probably half asleep, thinking I've got the bed to myself.
Oh my gosh, starfishing and just being like, "Oh, it's Sunday night, and I don't have to listen. I don't have to listen to me rabbit on about video games for the next 2 hours."
Something like that, yeah. Something like that, indeed.
If you want to hang out with us while we play games, you head over to twitch.tv/wordsaboutgames. This week's streams on Monday night, which Mooney doesn't know because I hadn't told him because I completely forgot several times today. We're playing Phasmophobia. So if you're watching this podcast as it goes live, hit that pause button, head over to twitch.tv/wordsaboutgames. Come watch Moody sing at some ghosts. I'm assuming he's going to be there. I don't know if he's actually is.
Is this you telling me that we're playing Phasmo?
This is me
Monday
telling
night.
you. Yeah, I asked everybody else, and a bunch of people said yes, but I just tell you, just like we're playing Phas tomorrow. Yeah.
All right.
On Thursday at 12 p.m., I'm going to be playing some indie game demos that I downloaded. Because there's no new games that are coming out, so it's like, well, that's my thing. I stream new games. What do? I had an existential crisis, and then I downloaded a bunch of demos, and then on Saturday at 8:30 p.m., we're going to play Among Us and various other multiplayer games. I finally got around to editing clips out of the final 2021 stream.
I've seen that.
Wow.
It's a shame you couldn't show that full image.
I can't show that full image on YouTube. Surely. I put it in and then I was like, it's a bit much. So full disclosure, I was going to do one highlight clip video for like December because I was sick, so I didn't stream that much in December. So like the last half of November and December, and just merged it into one video. And I did that for all of the streams, but the last one of 2021 is probably going to be about 20 minutes worth of clips. So I'm making that its own video. Erica is undoubtedly the star of that video. The Baileys. Once the Baileys came out,
the episode should just be called The Erica Stream.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just like we need to get her to take over. Some Baileys.
If Phil's struggling to open it.
I think everybody got a moment to shine in that stream, but wow, that was some stream. I can't believe that happened all at once. Okay. We can get into the podcast. It's not news this week. So for the first few weeks of January, for anybody that wasn't here when we talked to Joe Medforce last week, 3 weeks ago, we're doing a bunch of special podcasts at the beginning of the year. Game of the Year is happening like later in the in the month because we wanted some time to play the games. Basically. So the first one we're kicking off with is our most anticipated games of 2022. And that's going to be the majority of the episode. There's a little bit of news at the end. No doom and gloom.
I'd still say we should push that till when we go back to the news properly, but... I have 32 games, Amy, to talk about.
You only had 20 yesterday.
I put it back up to 32.
I quit. That's it. I'm done.
Yes, I win.
I did. The podcast is yours now, matey. So, yeah.
I was joking and lying there, but I win.
It took 18 minutes for Moody to break me. So yeah, we'll just go around and just talk about cool games that are coming out. I mean, as far as like podcasts go, I mean, that's a pretty chill way to start a new year, right?
Games podcast talking about games, that's unheard of. It's ridiculous.
It's very rare around here. Like, I started a news podcast 5 years ago thinking this will be fun. Like, this will be a nice chill where you just talk about what's going on around the games industry. And at the time, it was a great idea, and barely anything bad happened. And now we're in 2022, and barely anything good happens. Who should I start with? Where should we start? Let's start with our very special, amazing guest.
Oh no, who's that?
That's you.
Oh shit. Let me bring up my list of games. Okay. So I will, I guess, name the first one on the list that I wrote to you, Amy, and it's one I think was on your list too, and it might be on your list too, meaning.
I deleted it because you were like, I want to do this one, and I was like, okay, no problem.
So I only had like about 10 on my list, so that's very generous of you. I have picked Elden Ring as one of my most anticipated games 2022. So anyone who may have listened to me in like a previous life when I was a host of Big Red Potion podcast will have known that I was big into my Souls games. Big fan of Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I think for joystick, again, previous life, I said Dark Souls was my favorite game of the Xbox 360 generation, and maybe of the decade that would have been when it was out, like between 2005 and 2015. So I'm a big Souls fan. I loved Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1, and I love Demon Souls. Dark Souls 2 was good, but not as good as the others. Haven't played Sekiro. Not a huge fan of Bloodborne. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, oh
I'm
my
sorry.
god!
So let me talk about Bloodborne very briefly then. Bloodborne is a good game, but I prefer my Sword and Shield Souls games, so that's where the issue lies.
There's
It's a
no
good game.
shield.
There's no shield with the gun, so that's the issue. Anyway, long story short, I'm actually a bit off the Souls train, and I'm looking for sort of new games to bring me back into it. And Elden Ring does look really good. It's really interesting. Like I think the open world aspect is really fascinating. I don't know what you guys think, but like to me, how they actually make that work, that's what I'm kind of interested in. And of course, you got the George R. R. Martin side to it as well. So, um, yeah, that's my choice. Amy, I know you had it on your list too.
I did because like I only got into like Soulsborne games. When was it? It was when we were locked down.
Yeah.
I streamed Bloodborne for the first time, thinking I'm gonna make a funny stream where everybody's gonna come and laugh, and I'm gonna get really mad and throw my controller across the room, and that's gonna be a funny stream. And then I was like, I actually really love this game now. Like 4 hours later, like I fucking love this. So I played that. I love that. Love Dark Souls 3. I like the Demon Souls remake. I mean, I didn't like Dark Souls. I tried the remastered of the first one, and I was like, oof, no, sorry, not for me. But I didn't like Sekiro either. But Elden Ring looks fucking great.
The graphics are really good.
I'm so like looking forward to this game. Like I was nervous because I didn't like Sekiro, but it won like Game of the Year and it did like really well. So I was like, oh no, maybe they're gonna double down on the Sekiro stuff I didn't like. But it really just looks like Dark Souls 4 with an open world, which I'm super into. Like I feel like I have a reputation about open worlds these days, but like I was talking to Moody about this when I reviewed Halo Infinite, where I was like, it's not the open worlds I hate, it's that unless the game is really really fun to play, I'm gonna get bored before the end of the game. Like Spider-Man was another one where it was like the open world was just an open world, and I was like, well, whatever. But because I got to swing around as Spider-Man, I was like, I'll play this for a billion hours. It's great. But if you drop me in something like Far Cry, I get bored really fast.
I think that's one of the things that why we're take away where everything's happening at the company itself. Why we've disliked a lot of Ubisoft games of late. Like their open worlds are basically all the same. Like I remember when I played Watch Dogs Legion and I played Valhalla basically back to back, didn't I?
You did.
And they even though they were literally in the same country, so that didn't help it either. Even though one stuck in London, they were basically very very similar of how they played and everything, and it was just like this is very boring. So it's just
Yeah, whereas like I could
That's how it was
grapple
back then.
around Halo Infinite for like 100 hours and not get bored. And I see Elden Ring's open world, and I'm like, I could see myself playing this like a lot and not getting
I'm just
bored.
interested to see. I'm interested to see how it works. Like, how does it actually work? Right? Like, because the whole idea was say like Dark Souls. Which I know you said you bounced off Amy, but like you have that starting hub, and you can go in like a few different directions,
Yes.
right? You can go
Yeah.
like that way or that way or that way. If people who can't see on the video, I'm pointing in different directions, but that way and that way. But yes, but like there is like a clear path that you're really meant to go down in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
The other ones are much harder. But the way that they're talking about Elden Ring is that you can go where you want. And I'm like, well, how's that gonna work? Like, how does it literally work? Tell me how it works. Tell me how George R. R. Martin and Miyazaki tell me how it works. I'm intrigued. But
Yep.
we'll find out really soon. I can't believe it's so soon. It's
I
so
know.
soon.
It was gonna be this month. Like, could you imagine?
I know. Literally, like in about 10 days from now or something, it was going to be, wasn't it? So, February 25th. That feels like a good date for it. I think that's a good time of year for that game to come out.
It is.
I am nervous, but if it is a well-made game and it works, then it's probably going to be up there in like my games of the year, I'd imagine.
I mean, it's got a
So,
shot with me, like as well. But this is like going to be the first FromSoft game that I've played at launch, apart from Sekiro.
yeah.
But like, it's the first one I've played since I really got into the series, so I'm really excited about that. And also, I've got loads of time just opened up in February after the the Dying Light 2 tweet where it was like, you need 500 hours for this game, and I was like, cool. I don't have 500 hours, so that just freed up some time.
Yeah, I deleted that from my boomerang list. I went, no, hell no. I'm good.
So I think I have a hot take on this. I have a hot take on the Dying Light 2 thing.
All for hot
my
takes.
my hot take is that tweet could have been worded in a way which doesn't cause all the consternation, and maybe they wanted the consternation, like, you know, got them a lot of like attention on the day, and
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people were talking about Dying Light 2. But like, you could just say there's 500 hours worth of content in Dying Light 2, and that doesn't sound nearly as like, oh god, like I have to spend 500 hours playing Dying Light 2. Like, why word it that way? That would be my little thing. But
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
and the other side of it is like it got 3,000 quote tweets or something ridiculous. So, you know, maybe job done.
Including the best quote tweet, which is my quote tweet, where I worked out that you could watch the entire of Doctor Who in less than it would take you to beat Dying Light 2.
Nice.
All of it from 1963 to present day.
I saw some Twitter persons who said maybe just don't compare it to like trekking from Warsaw to Madrid. Like, maybe don't do that.
Walking from Warsaw to Madrid. That sounds like fun.
You could do one or the other. That's the choice.
Honestly, I might choose the walk.
I hope Dying Light 2 is a good game, because that's a great like idea for a game, and the first one had loads of potential. So, like, you know, in all seriousness, I hope it's a really good game. But I agree that tweet was potentially not the best.
No, it was very off-putting to people who think games are getting too long.
Right?
Like these two
Just fair
people.
It's completely fair enough.
Yep.
Moody hit me with a game. Literally hit me with a game.
The only game that I would say made even you and me, Amy, go, finally, we have a game on the Xbox conference at E3. Publisher by CodeSync, developer by Sadcat Studios, replaced. It's arguably my most anticipated overall. There's like, I'll just say reference, I haven't put any AAA games in here apart from one, which I will talk about later on about and everything like that. Because it's just like they're givens. We know we're going to play them for me overall, but and I won't lie, Sony, I don't believe one of them is coming out this year. I'm just saying that right now. But yeah, replaced. Like, it looks absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see what more comes out for this game. I love the 8-bit style or 16-bit style. Don't know which one it is, and I love that cutscene's literally just 20-minute drive from me. I love that.
It's right
I'm
around
just
the
like.
corner.
Yeah, it's just down for me. So I'm just like, yeah, I feel like I not only have to support this game, but no, yeah, I can't wait for this game. It looked absolutely amazing. It was literally the one game from the Xbox show that made me go, finally, yes, thank you. Because the Halo thing, I'm not the biggest Halo guy, and I was just like, looked all right. And all the other big games they showed off, I was just like, all right. This is the same thing over and over and over again when it comes to AAA. And finally, and then this came up, and I was just like, "Thank you, God."
Just having a look at the images, it looks really cool. Like, I love the kind of cyberpunky art style. Is awesome. Is it? So it's like a side scroller. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, 2.5D.
2.5D.
Got the Steam page open.
Looks really cool.
It does look really cool.
Good choice.
I love a good like grimy sci-fi.
and I think it's going
aesthetic.
in Game Pass straight away.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm seeing here. It's coming to Game Pass.
Game
launch.
Pass, man. Game Pass.
Microsoft have really done very good with Game Pass. So you have to tip your hat to them.
God, I do. If I was wearing a hat, I would tip it.
I'll tip my headscarf.
Nailed it. Yeah, this looks great. Like, I love the aesthetic, like all the way down. Like I say, the grimy sci-fi aesthetic, but also the art style as well. Like, it just looks so like in the screenshots. Like the screen slightly tilted in all the screenshots.
That's what I'm seeing. Is it like it goes up and then sort of like that.
Yeah,
right?
like a little bit, just like a little bit, like whoop off. Like that's a really cool like stylistic choice if that's the game.
Yeah, it's
I
really.
don't think that. I think that's more the cinematics they're going for when it's coming in, like the zooming in on the things happening. I think, but when the game's actually playing, I think it's more just like a normal 2D style.
That makes sense. Otherwise, that'd be a bit motion sicky. I just thought.
Well,
Potentially, there is that potential. There's no doubt.
well, I am very much looking forward to finally getting a decent Cyberpunk game.
Ouch.
I won't lie. I think the Cyberpunk people are still waiting for a decent Cyberpunk game.
Ouch.
I got to bring
Oh,
the
yeah.
fire, especially with this new hair color. Cool.
All I'm going to say that game is I've not yet played it for the same reasons I won't yet play, or probably won't play Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, no, that's not
Okay.
surprisingly on my list at all.
Yeah, that's all I'll say. Let's move on.
I'm gonna start my most anticipated games of 2021 the same way I started my most anticipated games of 2020. 2022 is 2021, and the same way I started my most anticipated games of 2020, and be like, my fucking most anticipated game is Hollow Knight Silk Song. Where's Hollow Knight? Where is it? I played a demo in 2019, and I still don't have the game. It's a meme
Hilarious.
at this point.
Like big indie games just now. Well, big indie games almost sounds like an oxymoron, but they just feel like they always get delayed. Like they just.
It's not fair. There was a year ago, and there was a big Edge cover, and everyone was like, "Ooh, does this mean the game's coming out soon?" And apparently it didn't.
Maybe that was a beautiful Edge cover as well. That was
Such
really
a good
good.
Edge cover. Like, I loved it.
Really
Man, I played it for like 25, 30 minutes or something at EGX before the apocalypse, and like it was just so good. And I was just like, I can't wait to play this game. Hopefully next year. And I said that in 2019. So this is like the third year running where like, what's your most anticipated game of the year, Amy? It's still Hollow Knight. It's Hollow Knight all the way down. Like,
I've just googled it, and the first thing that comes up is an article on Game Rant by Jessica Barnes, which is literally titled "Hollow Knight Silk Song may stand out more if it skips 2022."
I'm gonna fucking kill someone. Like, if I'm sitting here in 2023 going, my most anticipated game of the year is Hollow Knight.
Thing is, that kind of is probably right.
Shut up, man.
Yeah.
Don't do this to me.
You have the
Nobody else
point.
who did it. It's the developer.
I'm fucking sick of this shit, man.
Amy, basically, you played the game and you were so hyped about. They literally heard you, and they give the developer the feedback from you, and it was just like, well, we gotta do better, and they can't get better yet because you've hyped it too much. So you need to start not now de-hyping
I
it
can't
to
do
get
that.
this game
The
out.
thing is, I also need to make amends because when they gave me, I got a code for Hollow Knight, the original Hollow Knight, and review it, and I also got a Horizon. I think had just come out as well, and so I was like, I'm gonna play Horizon because Horizon's out. So I gave Hollow Knight to Russ, was reviewing games here at the time. So I gave Hollow Knight to Russ, and I was like, you play this, and we'll come on and review it. And then I just never played it for like a couple of years. I need to like, and then when I did, it was like, this game is amazing. I'm an idiot. I need to like make amends, but it's hard to make amends when the game doesn't come out.
It's almost like it's punishing you.
Maybe it is. Maybe Team Cherry's just like, listen, we gave you a code, and then you didn't fucking review the game.
Nice.
Have fun waiting until Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 comes out for this game. And we'll be like, no, that's 10 years from now. Oh, that was a bit forced.
I liked it. It's good.
Oh, good. Thank you.
It always makes me. I remember. Okay, tangent, but I got to interview Yoshinori Kitase like a while ago, where this was for Lightning. I think it was for around Lightning Returns, maybe, or Final Fantasy 15 or so, I don't know. But anyway, this was 2014, and I asked him, "Hey, Final Fantasy VII Remake, is it happening?" And he went, "Oh, no. Like, it would take us 15 years to make that game." So that was the literal quote. and that was in 2014. So we'll get the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake by 2029.
2029. Nice. I'll mark it in the calendar.
You heard it here first.
But it's a words by
Which
games
part,
exclusive.
though? Is it going to be part 2 or is it going to be part 3? Because I think it's going to be a 3-part of this game.
I think it's going to be part 7. That'll be the
After
joke.
the
It's gonna be
Yeah.
part-
They're going to do 7 parts. Obviously. That's what 7 means.
They took it literally.
I wouldn't surprise me with a Final Fantasy, the way Final Fantasy is. Okay, I did mine. Sadie. Oh.
I think this is like a surefire win. Bayonetta 3. Like, how could anyone not be excited for Bayonetta 3? Like, if it happens this year. But, like, the first Bayonetta is a fantastic romp. The style of Devil May Cry, God of War, these games just takes up to 11 with this ridiculous main character who is basically sex on boots and just goes off and destroys giant monsters in this ridiculous world, and it's like Devil May Cry just went off the rails, which in itself is almost oxymoronic.
Which was Resident Evil, but off the rails, right?
It is, exactly. And then Bayonetta 2 comes along and just goes, oh, that first game, that was nice. Let's just raise things up again. And so that was literally, I think, my game of the year that year, Bayonetta 2. Like, it was just literally, at no point was it boring. Like, it was always exciting, and you were just like, I want to play the next bit of this game. I want to keep playing this game. And so by that logic, by that metric, Bayonetta 3 surely has to be
Game of the century.
incredible. Like that is the danger, right? Like, that's the risk. Like, it's living up to such a strong heritage, and we've waited a long time for it. And I have faith in Platinum. They've done some amazing stuff now in the last few years. Obviously Nier Automata is a real standout. I am excited to see what they do. If it comes out this year, that's I guess the question.
Like, we make these lists, and then half of the games that we talk about end up on our list next year. So,
Yeah.
or for multiple years. Just keep bringing them back.
Funny thing is, like, Nintendo released only one game during the pandemic when 2021 they didn't really release anything last year either. Metroid, Pokemon, or anything like really substantially big. And this, like, now they're just like, you're hearing Bayonetta 3, you're hearing potentially Zelda, and there's potentially of the next generation of Pokemon, and you're just like, what the giddy aunt are you doing, Nintendo? And that's just those 3. Like, they'll probably say, you like Metro Dread? You like Metro Dread? How about Metro Prime? How about the next Mario? And you just like, go away now, leave us, stop it.
No, my Switch
We're
can't take
already
it.
dead, Nintendo. We're already dead, Nintendo.
It's always
Yeah.
It's about Mario Kart 9 that have been happening over the weekend, like all that discussion about Nintendo Kart 9 or whatever. The idea that they go beyond the Mario. I don't even know if that's a rumor or just someone like asked the question and everyone started talking about it. But I mean, yeah.
So what I've heard, it's the big leakers who are like big Nintendo leakers who have got things right and wrong things wrong, but the ones who basically have been mostly right. They've come out and says the next Mario Kart is a combination between Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Yeah. So it's going to be like a racing fighting thing, and I don't know.
I'd be totally fine with taking the roster of Smash and bringing it into a Mario Kart game. That's fine by me. Like, I'm not wedded to that game necessarily having Mario characters in it, but the idea of Smash meets Mario Kart sounds a bit silly.
Like, and Switch 2 is next year, apparently.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, like, I don't think Bayonetta 3 needs to come out this year, but if it does, that'll be amazing.
Well, I'm just saying Switch 2 just to get a reaction out here.
Chinned my microphone.
Nice.
I hate you so much, Mooney. Bayonetta 3 though, like that was on my list too, because like, hell yeah, I love Bayonetta. The character, amazing. I want Bayonetta to step on me, like.
Well, last year you had Vampire Lady. This year potentially you might have Bayonetta stepping on you.
Bayonetta. Hell yeah.
Wow.
That's like, I
I mean-
mean, half the reason I play games is for the hot women who can
Women
kill
to
me.
step on you. Yes.
I mean, she is definitely. If I had to say they were like lesbian icons in video games, like Bayonetta has to be a lesbian
Oh, yeah,
icon, and yeah, like she has to
Like-
be.
Ooh. In a past life, I always wondered why I liked Bayonetta so much.
Nice.
I should add that to the list. Okay,
I already did.
Yeah, you did. Sex on Boots 3, lol. Okay, I'll accept it. Moody, what's your next game?
Developed by Wishful and published by Thunderful Pub, Planet of Lana. Or Lena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved the look of this when I first saw it, and I was just like, I'm there, giving it now. And when they said it was 2022, I went, boo. But I can handle it.
How dare you?
How dare you? Well, how dare you give me a date that's not closer than what I wanted it to be? But no, yeah, it looked absolutely amazing. I was just like, yes, just give me it now. It looks absolutely breathtaking. A kid with a kitty cat as a side character, and you got flying meteoroids or alien invasion or something coming, and you're probably going to save the world with a kitty cat. What more do you want, Amy? What more do you need, Sadie? Come on.
I need a sexy
Kitty
lady
cat.
with gun boots to step on me.
Planet of Bayonetta.
Well, I can't help you there.
No, but Nintendo can.
It's coming to the Nintendo.
It does look cool. I remember seeing this at the Game Awards.
It's gorgeous. It's another gorgeous, like graphically gorgeous game. Just looking at the things, it gives me what's that? Another World like vibes. Just looking at it, like a really kind of colorful Another World kind of thing. Obviously that kind of like dystopian post-apocalyptic thing, bit Horizon-y, I guess. It looks really, really good.
But with color, like we finally like acknowledge that we can make post-apocalyptic games that have some color that isn't brown.
I was just gonna say, but we had beige, and did you not see the beige? And then there was the tan, and there was the sort of beigey tan.
Rust.
Like your hair.
Hey.
Sorry.
If you don't hit on it by the end of the podcast, I'll let you know what Phil's been calling me all week.
Nice. Looks really good. It looks really good.
Yeah, this game looks stunningly beautiful. Like
You know much about the developer?
wishfully. I think I followed them on Twitter, but that's because of Planet of Lana, so I don't actually know who they are. I don't know if they've made anything.
I think this is their first game. It looks like it. Maybe
Yeah, it is.
potentially.
Yeah, they're from Sweden as well. Cool. Like,
Yeah, go Sweden.
go Sweden. It's my turn now, right? I didn't put many AAA games on my list, but not consciously. Like, that's just how my list went. Because I'm a fucking weirdo, and I've just decided to embrace it. But I'm gonna say, for my next one, Goodbye Volcano High.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah! Like, this was
Publisher and developer co-op.
co-op. I followed one of the writers on Twitter. They're non-binary, so I've been following them for years. And this was at a PlayStation 5 showcase all the way back before the PS5 even came out.
It was revealed at the PlayStation reveal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember right. Yeah. It was. Yeah. This were both of us. I think we were just like, this looks awesome.
Oh my God,
It's
this looks
dinosaurs
amazing.
in a high school.
Dinosaurs,
It's got a
high
volcano in
school,
its name.
coming of age story,
Of age, yeah.
queer characters. Like, I'm in. Like, keep Gran Turismo and Spider-Man. I want that, and it looks so good as well. Like, it looks like an anime, or like an animated series, like as opposed to like a video game. Like, so I'm down for that too because I love that kind of art style. And it stars
Yeah.
dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs.
I mean, wouldn't.
There'll be people out there. If you say it on YouTube, someone will disagree with you. I'd be like, well, I don't like dinosaurs. And then I'd be like, well, fucking get out of here then. Nobody wants you here. You know, like dinosaurs. I got a dinosaur nightlight over there.
You know,
Called Binky.
that it's kind of that touches on one of my like favorite sort of trends of like recent generations. It's like games where you get that cartoon feel, like you get that animation feel, and there's just I think some of the best games have come out of that. Like Cuphead is like probably the prime example, right? But like I love a game that actually mimics, that actually nails that art style, and it makes you feel like you are playing a cartoon.
Yeah,
And it's usually a surefire way to get me to play a game is to make it feel like I am playing a cartoon.
that's awesome. Well,
Nino Kuni, another one as well.
I've never played Nino Kuni, you know. I never had a
Oh my god,
PS3.
you
I
need to
missed
play.
out.
It's on Switch now. It's
Nino
on
Kuni
everything.
1 is amazing.
Nino Kuni 1's a great game. It's
So
really,
here
really
it is. I need to add it to the backlog.
add it to the list.
Add it to the list. Add it to the list. So yeah, goodbye Volcano High. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I hope it comes out this year. Please come out this year.
I'm touching all the wood for
I'm
you.
not. No, it's no. I'm not gonna. That was a joke there, but I'm just gonna move on from that one. Okay, so I've done that. So like, Sadie, your list is shorter than mine and Moody's list.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna skip back to Moody. I'm gonna try and keep
Go
things
for it.
balanced a bit, like
Sadie.
Thanos.
Okay. Developer Jump Ship, published by Jump Ship and Xbox Studios, Somerville. This game basically looked absolutely amazing. I've loved the art style, the mystery to it, the suspense just from the trailers alone, and yeah, I believe it's. If I'm not really sure, I'm not sure. Yeah, Jump Ship. What have they made? I think this is their first game. Yeah, I think this is their first Jump Ship. But it comes across very the game like Inside and Limbo, but the trailers I've just loved. It looks like it's like a man trying to save a family or protect the family from whatever's happening in this very grounded sci-fi world.
So, according to the Steam page, Jump Ship is an independent game studio founded around original IP, blah, 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 built in collaboration with ex-CEO and co-founder of Playdead, Dino Patti.
Yes.
They made Inside. And Limbo.
Everything.
Yeah.
The art style alone just literally did say, this is it. This is Inside.
This is those games again. But, yeah, different.
I mean, you know, two great games though, right? Limbo and Inside are just pieces of art. And like, if you tell me this is the third game in that like series, essentially, which is like the spiritual successor, like, yeah, I'm into it.
Love a good spiritual successor. Sometimes they're better than sequels. Right. What have I got next? How weird do I want to go? I got like, super weird. Okay, we're gonna go super weird. Let's do Afterlove EP, which was like probably like the newest revealed game on this list because it was at that indie Nintendo Direct just before the end of the year. And I'm giving everyone a second to go and look up the game.
What did you say? What's the game?
Afterlove EP.
I mean, I'm already into just the description of the game, so like this is not going to be a difficult sell. This is good.
Like I just like
mixtape for visual novels, rhythm game, and narrative adventure. Afterlove EP challenges you to complete an EP of music to fulfill a promise made to Cheetah. There are multiple endings based on choices you make. Blah blah blah. Yep, this is the name again.
I love that. That's a thing now. This is an aiming game. Yeah, this is like a slice of life anime, but it's a video game.
I think I would like this as well. This screams something I would like.
Yep. Yep. That's why I wanted to include it near the top of the list. Like I just saw it and I was like, this is what popped to me in that Nintendo Direct that just happened. It sounds like it's got a really cool emotional story. Like the writing is the focus. The art style looks amazing. It's got this cool mashup of different types of gameplay, which I'm also a big fan of. So, like, After Love EP, telling you, keep an eye on that one. Amy's
That
going to be
looks like.
screaming about that later in the year.
I mean, I love rhythm games, so already in. I love coming of age stories, already in. It gives a bit of a Life is Strange kind of vibe to just that sort of like, I don't know, that particular time of your life. That's where it feels like it is.
Hell yeah.
The art style is really interesting. It doesn't look like any other games. Like that's a very interesting way that artist has of rendering people and things. It's just very unusual.
Yeah, man.
It's kind
See,
of
Dreams art style. Oh, what was the books? The game I played, I think in 2020. I think it was called Florence.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's called
same
Florence. You're
art
right.
style.
It's
Very
definitely a good
popular.
show. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe it's the similar artist. Who knows?
Maybe,
Good
yeah.
show, Em. Good show.
Hey, whoa. Just wait, I got more. I got so many more that you've never heard of that gaming games, but I'm a hipster.
That'd
Oh
be
no, am I a hipster now?
Are you writing it down? But you've stopped writing it down, just so you know.
I mean, you killed me with Sex on Boots 3, what can I say?
take some bits.
I just wrote it. I didn't say it.
I mean, it should be called Sex on Boots 3.
If it's in the show notes, I'm gonna read it.
You missed
Okay.
Planet Lana.
I'll miss your face. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Back to me, or are you going back to
No,
Sadie
we'll
now?
go back to Sadie while I add games to this.
Okay, so the next one is one that I'm more intrigued by than like anticipating, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
That would be the remake of Dead Space. So these are all like my ones are all much more AAA than I think your guys' is because I'm just not as in touch with the indie scene as you guys are at the moment. But the Dead Space, I've not played Dead Space 3, but I played Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2. Dead Space 2 is I feel like it's been forgotten how good that game was. That is a fucking awesome game, Dead Space 2. Like the Bioshock of survival horrors to me, like that game. Like you go around a most incredible like environment. It has got such good moments, like in terms of just things that have stuck with me for many, many, many years. Like in terms of those little moments that I actually genuinely felt unsettled during that game. And going back, I guess what in my head is like, if you're remaking Dead Space 1, are you going to remake Dead Space 2? Someone needs to remake Dead Space 2. I want to see how good this remake of Dead Space 1 is. I want to see what they actually do. Like, they're talking about mostly focusing on the visuals, but also adding in new content that was like not seen in the previous version or was technically impossible for the previous version. It's obviously in the like Frostbite engine, which makes it going to look gorgeous. I just want to see how good it is and if it like does it feel like the first game just playing that again, or is it do they touch things up? Do they make it feel a bit more modern? I don't know. I'm just intrigued by it. Like it feels like a long time since Dead Space 3, and here we are
That's a
returning
lot,
to this franchise. So like 2014 maybe or something. So
Something like that.
come back to it now in this way is really interesting to me, and I'm super intrigued. Even though I don't think it may necessarily be that amazing a game and that enjoyable. Like I'm just interested to see where this goes. Like, what does this mean for Dead Space going forwards? That's my choice.
Nice. I assume Rudy was going to talk. See, he's a big Dead Space fan.
I love Dead Space. There's no doubt about it. I am very intrigued. I'm just like you say. I'm very intrigued to see what they're doing with this here because I believe it's like, obviously Visceral's no longer around anymore, so it's a completely different studio who's handling this game.
Exactly.
And we're only going off what we saw from that little teaser, which is looked really good, but it's more cinematic, so we don't really know what the game properly looks like. But you know, it's Dead Space. Everyone's been wanting more Dead Space since the the untimely death of Visceral. We're just like, why did you do that? Yeah, why did you do that? Yeah. Yeah, bring it on. Give me more Necromonsters. Like I played Dead Space 1 and 2 last year. I hope they make it better on PC, the Dead Space 1, because oh my god, Dead Space 1 on PC is not very good. It is
Really?
very yeah. Just with a controller. Controller's just like, no, we don't want to play how you want to play.
Oh.
Uh,
Most of my memories of Dead Space have been overwritten by watching Moody stream it. And those
Yeah.
are good memories I have.
yeah, scream at it. I somehow sang Let It Go and made it into a Dead Space song. But yeah, I am excited for it.
I just realised I always forget to mention it when talking about Dead Space, but then one of the best Dead Space games that was out was Dead Space Extraction on the Wii, and like it never gets mentioned, but that game was freaking awesome too. Like it's a great series. It's a real shame it went. I think there's a space for it to come back. Like Resident Evil's gone off in its own direction. Alien Isolation has brought space horror back into being cool. I mean, I guess I'm talking like ages ago. Alien Isolation was ages ago, but like I don't know. Like there's something about space that feels like it would work again
time.
if it was brought.
Everything has a time. I think Dead Space's time is now to come back.
It feels like it's now.
Yeah, Create Assembly. The time for Alien Isolation 2 is now. It's 9. Give me it now.
So in my head, Alien Isolation was like just yesterday because it was one of the last games I played for joystick.
Wow.
So it's like 8 years ago. It's 8 years ago that Alien Isolation came out. Jesus Christ.
Still looks beautiful like it. It's still a very pretty game.
Really
and
good.
Scary.
Really
very
scary.
Yes, very scary.
Very scary. Very
scary.
scary.
Some might say almost too scary.
Yeah. And as much as I love it, too long. Ryan McCaffrey was right. It is too long.
It chopped off 6 hours off that game and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, I agree with that. Okay, Moody.
It has a date, I believe, at long last. Developed and published by Andrew Soul Dice Tunic.
It does have a date. You're right, it does.
Yes. And it's coming to Game Pass, I believe, as well. So yeah, Tunic, at long last. You're playing a cute little fox with a sword, slicing things up. That's all.
That's it. I played the demo.
So pretty. I
Yes,
love this.
You did, you told me.
I'm into this game. I don't even need to look it up. This one I do know.
Yeah, me too. This is the first game Moody said that, where I'm not like, which one's that one again?
The Fox game. I want the Fox game.
The Fox game. Fox game.
It's gorgeous. Genuinely gorgeous game.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've been looking forward to this game for years. And the fact that I might finally get to play it hasn't sunk in yet. Beyond like the 20 minutes I played of the demo. I love this kind of game. I love this style of game, and I love playing as cute animals in games. So,
how would you best describe like what it plays like similarly to?
a bit.
It looks like to me it's going to play like Death Star.
That's a good shout. It's a bit old school Zelda-ish esque a little bit. Death Star is quite close as well. Yeah.
Always Link's Awakening. I think that's probably the best.
Yeah,
that's a good comparison. It's
just like isometric rather than like top downy.
Yeah, basically, and all the writing is in a foreign language that they don't translate. So it's like you got to try and like use your intuition to figure out how things work.
Oh my god, it's like Fez. It's like Fez all over again.
It is like, wow, I haven't thought about that game for years.
It's 10 years old, Amy. All my games that I know are from 10 years ago.
I played that game on my Vita.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talking an entirely different era of games.
Yes. I'll come back to the present soon.
So I'm going to add that to the list. Tunic. Oh, it's my turn. I'm going to be a bit more mainstream now after dropping Afterlove EP, and I'm just going to say Saints Row. Like, I got to say Saints Row. I got to rep Saints Row. I've loved Saints Row for a long time. And, Like, it just looks cool. Do I need any more of a reason to be like excited for a game? It just looks really cool.
I mean, you just have to say Saints Row. Saints Row, like Saints Row 4 is brilliant. Just a majestic video game. Where we need more Saints Row.
Saints Row 3 was where I got into the series.
I think it's where probably most people did.
Yeah. Funnily enough, it was listening to people talking about it on the Joystick podcast that got me to buy the game and play the game. So I was like, and I was in from that moment on. But Get Out of Hell is underrepresented and underrated as a game. Like, it's a fucking musical, guys. Like, just play it. It's amazing somehow.
And then there was Agents of Mayhem, which didn't seem to quite hit the spot.
It didn't. No, I tried it and I played a bit of it, and I was like, it's just not scratching that itch.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this is again, like, it feels like the right time for Saints Row to come back. It feels like it's been long overdue.
Yeah, I agree. And that's all I really have to say about that. Boom, 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 boom. So if we're moving on, I've lost complete control of the order of what we're doing, as I do every time we do something like this. As Moody can confirm, I just lose complete. Who wants to go next?
I've got a stupid little one. So
do it, Tony.
So my stupid little one is not really big, so much as me just getting to confess something terrible. So my choice is Witcher 3 on next gen systems. So, and my reasoning is that hang on, actually I'm gonna literally show you guys. I'm gonna go and get this and come back.
I accidentally typed Witcher 4 into the document. I think that's wishful thinking, right?
So that is a copy of Witcher 3 on PlayStation 4. I've owned, I think, pretty close to launch of that game, and not played. So that's what
you've had it, but you haven't played it.
Yes, for 7 years, and I think 2 years ago my story of Witcher 3 began. I actually went. One of the last things I did do for Joystick was go preview it. And this was like a bizarre event where they took us up to a castle in Scotland to like play the game. And the fun story is that I knew at that time the Joystick was about to shut.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So this was like very close to the close your Joystick happening. I'm like, I have to go travel 7 hours up to Scotland on a sleeper train to play a game and preview it, and then travel back 7 hours for a site that's closing in like a few weeks' time. Yay! And I previewed it and I thought it was amazing, a great game, fantastic. It was one of the last things I ever did at Joystick. I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to get this game when it comes out. But by that point, I'd like stopped writing about games, and I really fell off games after Joystick for a bit. You know, it's like I've been writing and playing games for so long, and so I got it. It just sat on a shelf. It sat on that shelf for 7 years, and then I heard about the next gen version. I was like, right, I will play it when the PS5 version is released, and we've been waiting ever since for that. And here we are.
That's awesome.
It's my most anticipated game of 2022.
We say like sometimes.
I won't lie. Go on.
No, I was going to say, so we were just talking about like how sometimes it feels like the right time for a game to come back, and sometimes there's a right time to play a game.
Absolutely. It's my time to play.
I'm so jealous because like I've played that, like I loved and adored it. I'll say that right now. It was my game of the year when it came out. And I'm jealous of that you get to experience it for the first time. And hopefully you're gonna be like, oh my god, why did I wait so long? Type of thing, and then you're gonna be so in deep on it, and it's gonna taste so sweet for you. And I'll look forward to hearing that you hopefully are enjoying it when you do play it at long last. But shout out to season 2 of The Witcher. It was fantastic. Henry Cavill, good God, you're getting sexier, mate. Stop it.
Henry, if you're watching, like
I'll tweet him.
And you're a nerd, Henry, so we know you are.
Exactly. I need to watch season 2. I love season 1, mostly for him. The thing is, Midi, like I know I'm gonna love it. I played the first 4 hours, and I was like, "This game's awesome. I'm gonna really love this game." And, like I never played
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my choice.
Yeah, my fun Witcher 3 story is that my review got retweeted by CD Projekt Red while I was asleep.
Um,
I
I
woke
must
up.
have been like,
I woke up with
holy
like thousands of views and hundreds of notifications.
my
Like, what's
goodness.
happening?
What is happening?
Let me wake
Nice.
up. Moody.
Amy, I don't want to talk about developers. I want to talk about one single publisher who is right now really going to release 5 games next year. The publisher literally just gone public.
Oh, okay.
It's called Devolver Digital, Amy. So this
Hey.
is Cult of the Lamb by Massive Monster, Wizard with a Gun,
Which
Gala
is an
Games,
amazing name for a game, by the way. I just need to shout that out every time someone says it.
Terra Nil, Free Lives, Tech to Yarm, Flying Wild Hog,
Trek to
and
Yomi.
Demon Check to Yumi. Yes,
That's on
sorry,
my list.
and Demon Throttle,
Demon Throttle.
Doing Soft. These are all the games right now that we know of that are getting published by Devolver Digital this year. Obviously, it could be more. Obviously, see what happens at E3 and everything, or whatever. Whatever they do,
Wait for
what
their
their
E3
showcase they're going to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Which I can only imagine as they've gone public what it's going to look like. But yeah, I'm just like, I think like
Nina Struthers is another woman who can step on me.
like Devolver Digital, I'm late to the show to it. Like Devolver Digital in general, like Amy was the one who like literally brought them to my attention and literally said, watch this." And I watched this, and I was texting her while I was watching. What the fuck am I watching? While I was watching one of their E3 conferences.
You just
I
thought
don't know
you
which
were
one
going
it
to watch a
was.
normal E3 press conference, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I really did. And it was like, Amy, I don't know what's going on here, but yet somehow I am completely enthralled and I'm still watching it. And yeah, and it was just absolutely amazing. And it was arguably the show was arguably the best thing last year as well. So yeah, I just like can't wait to see what they do next in the future with the teams they've developed the development for. Like they've already hinted at what other games they're already doing, which are coming further down the line, which just sound awesome and amazing. But these are ones for 2022, and they all just look really good and different and unique in their own different style. Which so that's what you want. They're all different. They're all unique. They're all going to do something different. And that's what you want. You don't want to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. I'm looking at you, Ubisoft, over and over and over again, and Activision and EA.
It's like you look at their games they've made or their games they've published, and there are some real standout names there. Like it's a really incredible library. Like you can look at things as simple as like I'm just going for their Wikipedia now. Like My Friend Pedro recently, obviously, was a massive game. Then you can go back all the way to like Hotline Miami, Reigns, Her Majesty, Talos Principle. Like there are just all these big games, like these really big successes they've had. They've just knocked it out of the park over the last 10 years, really, as a publisher, and carved out an identity. Like it's so impressive. It really is.
Hell yeah. I'm always in for like cool, weird games. I don't know if anyone's noticed that about me yet, though.
Titan Souls is a fantastic game. Hatterfell Boyfriend, like Shadow Warrior. Oh, it's a lot of good games.
Death's Door, like
There you go.
I'm
Arian, just that alone, that made me enjoy my alien fetish from Alien by being the alien and killing things.
Yeah, there you go. And then they also published a game in 2016 called Genital Jousting. So not everything's a win.
God, genital jousting. Oh, I forgot about that.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna make it weird next. So my next pick for a most anticipated game of 2022, and I keep trying to say 2021, but I'm not gonna. It's called Mask of the Rose, which has anyone played Sunless Sea or Sunless Skies?
know of them. I've not played them.
All right, cool. So like those are like cool adventure games, like
Yeah.
set in a Lovecraftian Cthulhu thing. Well, Mask of the Rose is a dating sim set in that universe.
Mask of the Rose of Fallen London. Is that
Yes,
it?
that's the one.
Is it Fallen London people?
It's Fallen London. It's set in Fallen London, but it's also a visual novel dating sim, and I can't think of anything
well,
better.
I'm into it. Mask of
Exactly
the
right.
Rose. Okay, here we go. Oh, a Fallen London romance.
But do you go into dungeons with them as a dagger to kill
It's not
things?
Boyfriend Dungeon now.
Oh,
Well,
this is what they recently kickstarted.
Yes, it is.
I knew they had a Kickstarter recently. This is just literally last month they kickstarted this, I
I
think,
think
or
so. Yeah, or they've announced the Kickstarter. It's one of the two.
So is this definitely coming next year? Is it this year? Is it?
That's what they say.
When was this kickstarted?
Yes.
Not last month, but not. It was very recently. It was definitely last year.
It was kickstarted last year, end of last year.
You say they are saying 2022.
Yeah, they're saying 2022, June 2022. Is the estimated date
got a
on
month.
Kickstarter. And it's. I mean, the writing in Sunless Sea and Sunless Skies is absolutely incredible. So the fact that this is a visual novel and it's going to primarily like focus on writing is already enough to get excited. But like, it's a fucking dating sim in like a weird Cthulhu-esque horror setting.
Yeah.
So like, of course I was gonna be really excited for this.
And the Fallen
Try
London.
to find someone to step on her.
So I will find someone to step on me in this game for sure.
I'm just switching headsets.
Yeah, no problem.
And it's the Fallen London setting, right? Which is kind of where this started for that company.
Yep.
So, like, feel better like that. They've not really done anything wrong since they have been creating games.
Yeah,
So
like, I didn't hear of Fallen London until Sunless Sea came out.
yeah,
But like, I've loved everything they've done.
Yeah.
So
right. So it's very, very. I can see that being a strong game as well.
yeah, I always make the joke where it's like you can take any franchise and if you make it into a dating sim, I'm gonna be more interested. But like, I think that might actually be true. Like, I don't know if it's a joke anymore.
So I remember when I was working at Rebellion, one of our April Fool's jokes was that we were going to release a Sniper Elite dating sim, and it had we put out an image there of Carl falling in love with a sniper rifle.
I mean,
and you have no idea how many people came back to us and said, "Can you please really make that game?"
I probably was one of those people. I was probably like, "Yes,
Probably
please."
was. She probably really was.
Moody.
Developer from Asbo Studio, publisher Focus Entertainment, A Plague's Tale Requiem. I loved the first game. I thought it was absolutely amazing. Just the story alone was just so well done. A sister-brother story. Brother has powers of able to control rats or something, and the sister's basically just being the compass of holding the family together after their family's been slaughtered and everything. And it's just so well done. I'm so happy to see that they're doing a sequel, and it just was such a great game. I really had a lot of fun with it.
Oh, I love that game. Too many people slapped on it, and I got mad.
Obviously, didn't sleep on it enough because it's getting a sequel, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. I was surprised by that. The fact that it was getting a sequel.
So I'm one of those people who slept on it. I don't know anything about Plague's Tale. What is this? Is it like a?
So it's like a. What's the best way to describe it? It's like a 3D
medieval.
Yeah, medieval set adventure horror game. Set during the plague, so there's rats everywhere.
Yeah. Your little brother has the power to control the rats, and you play as the sister, your older sister, basically trying to protect him. Kind of like it's
like the Inquisition's trying to kill you, and you're trying to travel across France. So you've got big guys with fucking swords and shit to deal with, and then you've got the plague to deal with, and the rats.
Yeah, we got puzzles as well for and everything to just try and just to get around things, and it's really, really well done.
It looks really visually striking, like the sequel.
It's fucking.
That was probably the only thing that was when it came to the original that was the only thing that wasn't a standout. The visuals were a little bit
It was
downgraded. I would say it's
like,
very indie game-ish, which is again.
Nothing
Half of my games are all indie games, but just because of how it looks and the scale of it and like the story behind it, it was just like it was just if you knew you just had those that a little extra crispy visuals, you might have it could have really blown people away completely. Thankfully, like I said, it did blow me and Amy away. But the sequel's like looking what I'm sure they wanted the first one to look like, and now as they're able to do that now, that's fantastic to see.
And the sound design as well with the rats.
Oh yeah, the creepy little bastards.
Horrible. It was horrible, but in a good way. It was like,
yeah.
Well done, but I need to take these headphones off for a bit.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Nice. That's good.
Cool. I'm gonna do a really quick shout out because I have one reason and one reason only that I'm anticipating this game. It's called Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and the reason I'm anticipating this game is because it's called Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Fair.
Also, it's like it looks like Jet Set Grind. So we don't get enough games that remind me of Jet Set. So that's it. Sadie?
I'm going to go with a really obvious one, which is Horizon Forbidden West. Obviously coming pretty soon. I liked Horizon Zero Dawn, but I didn't love it. I thought, okay, like this is definitely feels like you've built a world here, and this is a likable main character, and the combat is decent, and there's nice ideas here, but this is a bit of another open world that I don't necessarily want to explore to death, and I've kind of played a lot of these games, and I would like to see a bit more. And the more I look at Forbidden West, the more I think, okay, you are actually doing a bit more here. There is a bit more to this. You kind of have started to answer the criticisms around traversal, around combat, around the various things, and I think maybe this is again, like we talk about the time to come to games. I might be in the mood for a game like Horizon now, and I feel it feels like I haven't played a game like that yet on my PlayStation 5. So there have been games, but I haven't played them personally. I don't know. It's obviously going to be one of the most anticipated games of the year for most PlayStation owners. I don't think there needs to be loads said about it. I'm just interested to see if it does kind of take the game up another level and really delivers on the promise, because there's loads of promise in that original game. It's a really solidly made game.
Yeah, I think my thing with Horizon Zero Dawn was I liked most of it. I liked the combat. I liked the I loved Aloy. Aloy's back there somewhere on the PlayStation shelf.
Cool.
But I would say I liked it, not loved it, if that makes sense. Where it's just I like the combat, but it could have been more. I liked the world, it could have been more. I liked the exploration, but it could have been more. I hated the underground dungeons though. Please don't make me do that again.
There's some really cool things that they are introducing the swimming aspects is cool. Some more sort of set piecey stuff they were showing in the gameplay demo recently was really, really cool. They're a good developer. It's a good game. It feels like there's a platform there for a great game. That's what I'm hoping it'll be, but it could also just be another open world game that I bounce off after about 20, 30 hours. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping it's something special.
For me, I look at the release calendar and I go, Horizon Forbidden West is going to be the game that I wish I could have played, but Elden Ring came out.
I mean, they are very close to each other, aren't they? So yeah.
The Forbidden West, I think it's a week before, isn't it?
It's the week before. I can't beat a game in a week.
Not for Horizon. Love it. I've loved it. You're fighting the robot dinosaurs.
I mean,
what more can
with a bow and
a
arrow.
little boy need? What more can a little boy need? Like, seriously. And Aloy, yeah, she's absolutely a captivating character, which was just so really great to hear. I see where you're saying with the what things that's held it back for you. It feels like this could be the quote unquote Uncharted 2 for them, where it's like, wow, we're getting somewhere now type of thing. Yeah, you almost had it with the first one, but the sequel you could really just go boom, bombastic. And while I feel like a little bit when it comes to Horizon, the first one, feel like it's just like, Horizon, Zelda, Horizon, Zelda. That's what I feel like. That's I think a little bit. I think people with the open world I hear for Breath of the Wild was absolutely magnetic and amazing to what everyone wants from open worlds type of thing. And but yeah,
I'm
Horizon.
legally not allowed to talk about Breath of the Wild.
Hopefully, I get a PlayStation 5 this year and I'll be able to play it. Because no offense, Horizon Zero Forbidden West, I don't want to play you on my old generation PlayStation 4. I just don't. Kind of need to upgrade you. I need my tower. I need my Abu Dhabi tower, basically. My Abu Dhabi skyscraper.
I think that's a really apt idea, like the Uncharted 2, because that's a step up I would love to see it make. Is like you've got all the ingredients for a great game, and that's what they did with Uncharted 2. They just took it to that level. That's what I want for Forbidden West to do. Just take us to that level. Get us there.
Get us to the next level. Definitely.
Exactly.
Moody.
I don't know if I'm saying this right. Itachi, TCHIA.
Yeah.
Published and developed and published by Arcreb.
I don't know.
AWACEB.
Don't make this up. This is not a real game.
Secret code for self-destruct the podcast.
Computer 0 destruct 0.
This is Winter Soldier activation shit.
No, this is arguably the thing that made me and Amy go, PlayStation, finally something that's not boring on your conference, because all it was just AAA games up until they finally got to their games where you're just like,
when they start with Wolverine and Spider-Man and shit, where they were like, but by the way, this is what we're working on. I remember this game purely because it was that thing that went around Twitter where it was like death, murder, destruction, explosions, play ukulele with your best friend.
Nice.
Thank you for that, PlayStation. I really needed that reprieve from all of the death.
That's murder.
It does look like the cutest thing on sliced bread. Sliced bread was very cute, is what I'm saying.
I mean, it is very cute. You're absolutely right.
Now this is cuter. It looks gorgeous again. You've got an eye for very visually striking games, Moody. This is really gorgeous again.
What I do?
He's got an eye for art.
I go for aesthetics, not substance.
Really?
What about that superficial layer?
I go for the weirdest shit I can possibly find.
I was just like Amy and everyone else. I was allowing Vampire Lady to step on me. I forgot about the game and just let her step on me. It was all right.
Nice.
I got her number in the end. I rang it. She didn't pick up. I can understand that.
That's fair. She threw her phone on the table, the whole thing across the room, didn't she? So she couldn't answer the phone anymore.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
More vampire ladies in the.
I just need more vampire ladies in general, just in general.
Vampire ladies.
Chia was cool. Okay, so how many games does everybody have left?
Oh, it's a good question.
4, 6, 8.
Okay,
3.
Moody's got. Oh shit! Hold on.
Well, I've got 4 really, because I'm going to add the secret one, which
Ooh, secret.
Just realised I have to mention.
Secret one.
Sadie, 4, Amy.
5,000.
22.
Well, I don't know how I've fallen behind you, Moody, because we did the same amount of games, but apparently I've fallen behind.
I did 5 at the same time.
Ah, you did 5 at the same time.
I did Devolver Digital, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to do 5 really quickly, and then I'm going to try and catch us up. and like even us out because I
I
could
wonder
do
if
some.
there's some I have. I'm going to be interested here.
I could do some really quickly. I'm probably going to take out like 5 off of your fucking list. But okay, I'll start with Redfall because I know that's not on your list, and that's the arcane co-op vampire shooter.
Yeah, I had no interest in this game personally.
No, I mean you don't like co-op shooters for the most part. Like we tried Back for Blood. We got one really funny clip of you going crazy with an axe, and I think you were done with the game.
I was. Me going crazy on it just broke me.
But no, like I mean, like it's an Arcane game. I love Arcane. Like even when I don't necessarily love their games as much, I might come back to that in a couple of weeks. I love Arcane, and I love vampires, and I love co-op shooters. I do. So that is one. The next one is Loot River. I can get through that one really quickly because it's like fucking Tetris, the dungeon crawler.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody else has seen this. It's like you're going through the dungeon crawler in like an isometric like combat game, but like you move platforms backwards and forwards, and they're all like Tetris shaped pieces, and they like click in and you fight monsters and stuff.
That sounds amazing.
It looks amazing. Next up in my I'm going really quickly thing, we're gonna go with Fenba, which is the cooking game, the Indian family cooking game. That was at a Wholesome Direct one year, I don't remember which one. Where it's set in Canada, Indian mother who emigrates to Canada, cooking and like proper narrative driven stuff, and you cook lots of cool Indian food.
Nice.
Next up, Paralives, which is like an indie Sims. Like I was thinking about this when I was looking at it because it's on. I've got like 100 games on my wish list that haven't come out. I just like to keep an eye on them, and I was looking through the for inspiration for this podcast, and I was like, you know what I really need? The Sims, but not the Sims. Like
Right.
I need somebody else to make the Sims, so I can like play the Sims but different. And that's basically what Paralives is.
Nice.
And the last one, I really shouldn't have used Bomb Rush Cyberpunk earlier. The last one is called Citizen Sleeper, which is a cyberpunk TTR. It's like a tabletop RPG inspired RPG, basically. I mean, just I don't know, something about like just looking at the art style and looking at like the screenshots for the game really spoke to me. As somebody who likes that style of RPG.
Nice.
Explore a space station, choose your friends, consequences for your actions, like that whole jam thing you get from an RPG, but very much sort of like in a Divinity Original Sin kind of style.
Ooh. Love Divinity Original Sin.
Such a good game.
Yeah. It is.
Okay, so now I've like blasted through a bunch of games.
Amy, I've decided on you one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's just one.
Well, now I've got to recalibrate my whole algorithm. 1, 2, 3.
It's an algorithm. Just like YouTube.
That's what I call it when I'm trying to sound important. Clever.
You are
It works.
important, Amy.
Yes.
Thank
I'm clever.
you.
I'm
So
clever.
are you too. I haven't got that
Oh.
far. Go on, Mooney. What have you added?
Dear and boy.
Is that code for God of War?
No. No, Deer and Boy. Deer and Boy. This is a little story game. It looks like it, what I've just seen from Wholesome Games. It's a boy who finds a deer, befriends it, and it looks like he's trying to take him back home.
Oh,
And
okay.
it looks cute and freaking adorable. And that's all I need.
Oh my fucking God, how adorable is that deer? Jesus Christ, Mooney, what have you done to me?
Oh, right. Oh, no. I just saw it.
I just saw the deer. Why does the deer look so sad? Why have you done this to my heart, Mooney?
I was looking for something different and I found that.
Why? My heart. No.
cinematic platform where you follow the journey of a boy who, during his flight, meets and like, oh, they will overcome many obstacles that will change their lives forever. It's cute. It's Dear and Boy.
My emotions.
Dear and Boy fighting crime.
Oh my god! What if that's awesome? That could be the sequel. They can fight crime.
They sound like a crime fighting duo.
Dear and Boy, Turner and Hooch. It's a thing.
It does look really lovely though. It does look very, very cinematic and beautiful.
Okay, so I think I can balance this out eventually. Okay, so Sadie, what's your next game? Because you have four. Yeah.
It's my next game. So all my okay. Shall I do my quick one or a longer one?
Let's do your longer one. We've got time.
Okay. So my 3 long ones I've got left are all games where I'm more curious than I am like anticipating. I'm just like I kind of got my jealousy hat on, and I'm like, are these games going to be? And so very high on that list is Sonic Frontiers. What is this game going to be?
What's going on, Sega?
Like you show that trailer and so many questions.
Why did you do the Breath of the Wild shot?
Well, I mean, it's like that's the thing. Like you like it's okay. So I have very strong Sonic opinions. Very strong Sonic opinions.
Interesting.
Sonic.
Oh, we all.
Sonic 2,
No.
one of the best games ever made. Sonic 2, one of the best games ever made. Sonic 3, fantastic. Sonic 1, fantastic. Sonic Mania, brilliant. And then we have the 3D Sonics. And I don't think any of them have ever really done anything for me. Like, not one. I can't think of one of them I've enjoyed.
I greatly enraged Fixer when I was working on my Xbox and me because I gave Assassin's Creed Origins the same score as Sonic Forces.
Well,
And he wanted to fucking beat the shit out of me because I was like, I liked Sonic Forces. I'm sorry, I did. It was enjoyable.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine, and you know you're allowed that opinion.
Well, it's no City's never coming back on now because I think
it says he just blocked. It says he just blocked me. On
Oh, dear. So the thing that's the sort of like outline with all this, the kind of I feel like Sega are turning the corner a little bit recently with Sonic. I feel like there's been better decisions that have come out of that company recently. Like even the kind of bad Sonic games haven't been that bad, and the choices of what they've done with the franchise are good. I think the movie has been a good, solid success after all the bad things that kind of, you know, were associated with it at the beginning. I think Sonic Mania was great. I think bringing back Sonic Colors was a good choice. I feel like the Sonic social media account is in itself a success, which is amazing to say. It feels like it's a company that's a bit more in tune with what its audience wants. And the problem is it still has to keep making 3D Sonic. So how do you make 3D Sonic good? Is this still A, or is it not, or is it just going to be another bad 3D? I don't know. I really want to see what this is. Like, I'm so curious about a Sonic game for the first time in a long time. So
I get why you would be curious about it because like I saw that trailer and I was very curious. I had many questions. Like I'm with you.
Yeah.
I had like a lot of questions about that trailer.
right?
Yeah.
It's fascinating to me. It will probably be not a particularly great game, like, you know, just because there haven't been that track record is there. But like, am I gonna play it? Probably, because I'm super intrigued by it. Like, I want to see what this is.
Absolutely.
So, Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontiers. I didn't even write that down. I keep forgetting. I already wrote it down. No, wait. Or did Moody already write it down? He's muted.
Oh no.
I forgot about the only thing I haven't done is to put the 5 games you've already said. So
It's fine. I can add those later. I don't know why I'm keeping a list because I'm not going to do anything with it, but
no, I think it's a good list to keep all of because I think it's more to remind me because I'm going to delete to delete these now, so I'm gonna
Alright,
so I'm gonna remember these games now. So it's
well,
good.
speaking of games that you're going to remember, Mooney, what's your next one?
Sea of Stars,
You got one of mine.
Sabotage Studio. I think this is going to be the RPG of the year. I'm just going to say that right now.
Well, the messenger
I
is
think
good.
the showcase of it was really, really good at the Nintendo showcase that I did not watch until Amy told me about it on the last episode of the podcast of last year. And then I had a look at the trailer of it and I went, oh my God, this looks amazing. And I went, yep.
I wasn't so mad at you didn't watch it. I was more mad that Joe, Nintendo guy Medforce, hadn't watched it. I was like, God damn it, Joe, I put this in here because you were going to be
I literally got you on this, not
you on
because of your charming personality, Joe. It was for you to talk about Nintendo.
I mean, let's be fair, it was because of his charming personality.
It
I
was,
think we're
yeah,
both
like
very charmed. But yeah, Sea of Stars, like when Sabotage Studios, who made The Messenger, which is a fucking brilliant game, were like, so our next game is going to be an RPG, and then like they kept talking, but like I was already like, I'm in. Like you can stop selling. And it looks cool. Like yeah, there was a trailer at the Nintendo indie thing last year, December. And I mean I've been in since day one, like for this game. So yeah, this is one of my most anticipated games of the year as well. Fingers crossed that it hits. Because they're talking about it being the end of the year, and when indie games talk about it already being the end of the year in January, I'm like, that doesn't sound good.
Right.
But that you got one of mine, Mooney. That's not fair.
All right. Well, you try and get one of mine then.
I don't think I can.
I don't think you can either.
I can't. I've left myself all the weird shit. So I'm going to go with another game that I talked about last time we did this in 2021 called She Dreams Elsewhere, which I played like a 2-hour demo of again like ages ago. And it's... I'll just read the description. It's a surreal adventure RPG where you must traverse an ethereal dreamscape, confront your inner nightmares, and escape from a never-ending coma. And it's all about like the main character's got like really bad social anxiety, which comes through really strongly in the opening part, which I assume I was playing the opening part of the game. I don't know. It's a surreal RPG. I could have been playing the fucking end and I wouldn't even know it. It's got a very distinctive art style as well. Very
old style Nintendo game. Looks like it.
Yeah. I think it draws a lot of inspiration from those, like the same games that Undertale drew inspiration from. And yeah, it just, you play someone who like has severe anxiety and it affects their day-to-day life, and they have to confront their like inner demons while in a nightmare world. And I'm like, okay, I mean, yeah, this game speaks to me on some levels. I'm in. But the 2 hours I think it was about I played of it was enough to hook me in, and really look forward to this game. And I think it's going to be a game people are going to be talking about when it comes out as well. So that's mine. My next one. Okay. Moody has 7. Amy has 5. Okay, Moody, give me 2 of your like fairly quickly ones.
Just feeling if I say this one, it's going to knock one of yours off, Amy.
Probably.
Okay,
I
so
I doubt you've got any more left to knock mine off.
Okay, well, I don't think you'll have this one on here. The sequel to Return One Way Trip, Return 2 Runaway. I loved Return One Way Trip. It was absolutely a great horror mystery tale, 2D adventure. I loved it, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do for Return 2 Runaway. And look, I just like, yeah, they haven't really shown much, but they basically said, it's coming, type of thing. So I'm just like, I'm there, get me in now, type of thing. So I'm right there. Publisher and developed by Red Ego Games. Next one, Amy, Stray, Blue 12 Studio, Annapurna Interactive.
Yep. Cat game, right?
Yep. Did you have that one?
I didn't.
Oh, wow. Oh, I'm very surprised now. Yeah. Cat game.
Where I'm coming from.
running around as a cat. There. After
Running
the
around.
story trailer they showed us, because obviously it was revealed the first when they did the PlayStation conference when they showed the consoles. It was just like everyone was just like, "Oh my god, a cat game!" That was basically
Cat!
that was Amy. A cat game.
The cat's wearing a backpack, Moody.
10 out of 10 conference because it had a cat game. I don't care what the consoles look like. It has a cat game. But no, then they showed the trailer and like the story trailer and showed what you're actually going to be doing in this game. And I was just like, this is weird as hell and I'm really into it. And I was just like, yes, give me it. Because you look like you're the only organic thing there. Going off what it says, apart from obviously animals like cats, all cats and everything. So I'm very intrigued to see what they're going to do with this. And I think you also got like a backpack with missiles in it, if I remember rightly. I can't really remember.
I can't remember about missiles, but I'm pretty sure the cat does have defensive capabilities.
Yeah, defensive capability. Yeah, so I was just like, yes, go for it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, cats are fun.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have any of my final five. Anyway.
Same with you.
I'm gonna laugh so much before
all 5 of them are the same. Like, how do we do this?
I will laugh my ass off.
Sadie.
Right. So again, not one I'm really anticipating so much as one I'm intrigued by, and this is Diablo Immortal. So
is that the mobile one?
That's the mobile one.
Right.
I am very. I've played a lot of Blizzard games in my life. Grew up playing, WoW and well, not grew up, but I played that for a lot when I was a lot younger. I played Diablo 2. Played a lot of Diablo 3. I've enjoyed Overwatch in recent years. Obviously, the news of what happened at Blizzard in the last year, 2 years, devastating, awful, hugely frustrating.
I don't know if me and Moody.
I know, right?
But
you guys have never touched it at all. Just Activision in general, Blizzard, it's a disaster, and they I don't think the steps they've taken have been great either, obviously, and it feels like a very disappointing situation. And I guess in a morbid curiosity way, I look at something like Diablo Immortal and I'm like, what is this going to be? What is this game? Because it seems, reading through previews as I've done over the last day or so, having a look at gameplay, it's actually probably going to be a good game. It's actually probably going to be a pretty good Diablo translation for mobile. And I'm intrigued. Like, what happens to it? What happens to Blizzard in general? And it feels like this is like a really important game for them. Will it succeed? Will it not succeed? Will it, do well for them, or won't it do well for them? Is there any way coming back for Blizzard from what's happened in the last year? Like, we're getting, even before we get to like Diablo 4 or Overwatch 2 and all these things, like, it feels like, to me, Diablo Immortal might be the first cog in all this. The one that comes out first, and it might be the kind of barometer that we start, viewing the rest of Blizzard from. So it's a bit of an unusual choice, but I'm just like, as a kind of observer of the industry, I'm intrigued to see what happens with Diablo Immortal.
That's a fantastic way of phrasing that. Moody, can we start calling ourselves observers of the industry?
Better than content creators, yes.
Better than content creators.
Hell freaking yeah, because I don't consider myself a content creator. I 9 times out of 10 insult content creators. So,
but you're an observer of the industry.
I'm an observer. We are observers of the industry, Amy. You need to put that in the
I'm
thing.
I'm gonna put that somewhere on some sort of bio.
Observers of the, you need to put it the opening greeting. We are the observers of the industry. But no, I agree with what Cindy said about Diablo Immortal, though. I'm very fascinated what's going to happen with that game. Especially, like, I think everyone's very curious about it, because of, like, it became the meme, the biggest meme. So, wait, is this an early April Fool's joke or late April Fool's joke when the guy questioned it? And it's just like, oh, God, seriously. And everyone's like really, really very intrigued to see what's this game gonna look like and everything and that. And I'll just say right now, people out there, Something wrong with mobile games. Nothing wrong with it at all.
Absolutely not.
If you take the context out of everything and say we could go back in time and go back to where we weren't expecting Diablo 4 and someone had said, "Oh, they're making a Diablo mobile game," I'd be like, "Yes, I would like a Diablo mobile game, please. Let me play my Diablo mobile game. I want to play Diablo on my phone." But of course, we were expecting
Diablo 4.
Diablo 4, yeah.
That's the thing about it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, remember the Ouya and how mobile was going to kill all the consoles off. Sorry, I'm the video game industry archaeologist. Suddenly.
Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Ouya.
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 Yeah. I always think about the developers in this, right? And there are people who are completely innocent in anything that's happened over at Blizzard, and like, I'm sure a lot of them have worked really very hard on Diablo Immortal. I want that game to do well for them. I want Blizzard to change, obviously. I want Activision to change. I just hope that we can joke and laugh about Activision and everything. They're still a huge important company, and Blizzard are a huge important company, and it's for games' benefit that they work out a way to come back from what's happened over the last couple of years. So I hope it's the first step in a positive change, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. That is very well said. And as observers of the industry, we will see.
I'm so going on my Twitter bio.
So fucking good.
It's so going on my Twitter bio.
This is why I've been saying we should get more people on the podcast this year.
So we've got observers of the industry and Jeff Bezos' dick rocket.
I mean, honest to God, man, really, like, I think we should just let our friends take over this podcast.
Wow.
They do a better job than we do.
God bless you.
All right, Moody, hit it.
The Callisto Protocol, I think it's called, Striking Distance Craft Run. This is basically the Dead Space creators who have literally gone off to do Dead Space themselves. Visceral died, they went fine. They basically they did a Thanos and went fine. Put the glove on, well, I'll do it myself, type of thing. And then he went, no, we're gonna do it ourselves, type of thing. No, this one. The trailer, it's no confirmed date. They've said 2022. Hopefully it is. All we've seen is literally just the trailer, which is the grossest trailer, I think, for a horror game out there. It's just like, it's so evilly brilliant, and it's like really well done. I don't know if that the Callisto Protocol is its actual name. I think it's just its right now. It's working title name right now. So. But I'm so excited just to see what they could do and everything. Just to like the restraints are off them basically, and they like, we can do whatever we want type of thing within reason. And I hope they really blow it away. If it's pushed to 2023, guess what's going to be on my 2023 most anticipated?
What if it becomes the Hollow Knight of your most anticipated games list?
Oh, no.
Kind of bet this comes out before Hollow Knight.
I'm not taking that bet.
Who's the publisher? Is it just completely independent,
I
or is it?
believe it's PUBG Core, you know.
Crafton. That's what it says. I typed it up in your in Google, and we know Google's all fearful and everything. So I've just got off what it says here. So developers are Striking Distance Studios and Skybound Entertainment. Publishers Crafton Industries.
Set in the PUBG universe.
Recognize Skybound Entertainment. What have they done? They've done something.
They're Walking Dead, aren't they? They're your own Telltale.
That's right. Yes.
They're probably
That
doing
means
that.
they're doing the Expanse.
Oh, that's it. The Expanse, yeah.
Yeah, the Expanse.
Oh God, they've done loads. And Walking Dead Saints and Sinners and Icewind Dale and. Okay, there you go.
Wow.
Good.
They have done lots. I've lost my list. Where's my list? I'm in Google. I've gone down a Google rabbit hole after Google rabbit hole because of this podcast. Okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with We Are OFK, which I've been really looking forward to. because it's another weird Amy game where it's a story driven game where you're playing like the rise. It's like an interactive documentary about a band, but it's like a fictional band, and they're like you're creating their first EP while you're also playing through their story of like how they're like creating their rise, I guess. So, I mean, unless you make all the bad choices, in which case they're not their catastrophe. But
I like the art style.
the art style is cool. Like you affect the music with how you do the story stuff and the lyrics. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I've only seen like 2 trailers for it, and one of them was like 2 years ago. And yeah, it's like a behind the scenes type thing. So like you get to do the music and see the EP coming together while also like experiencing the band, just like the band's relationships with each other, which I'm sure is, I mean, like, but historically music bands, like the members have always gotten on at all times. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
I think it's going to be like very chill.
Yeah, like usually these are like basically dating sims. These kind of games, like they're just very.
Well, one of the main tags on Steam is LGBTQ plus. So.
Ooh. Okay. I'm interested.
It's a gay game.
It's a gay game.
I love gay games.
It does sound cool. It sounds really. I love the idea that the music changes as you make the story choices. That's really interesting.
Yeah, because the talk about the it's like an interactive EP is what they're talking about it. So like you've got some control over, or like some effect on the music itself.
It's like Until Dawn meets Beatles.
Boom, butterfly effect.
Or something, I don't know. It sounds cool. That sounds great.
Okay, so I now have 4. So okay, Mooney, go next.
2 Point Canvas by 2
Nice.
Point
Yes.
Studio and Sega.
Yes, nice.
Absolutely
Nice.
love 2 Point Hospital. And when I saw this last year revealed, I was thinking, I'm in. That's it.
That's it. I mean,
Yeah,
I love
that's
that's it. Yeah, I played like a lot of sim games like the last couple of months, like a lot. Like the end of the year was just like sim game for you, a dinosaur one for you, a football one for you, zoo one for you. It was just like, oh my god, so many sim games, which I appreciated. But yeah, it was just so many, and I was loving it. And 2 Point Canvas, like, can't wait for it. Really can't. It's just the dumbest. I love the art style for what they've gone for it, and it's just like really over the top, bonkers fun, and I just really like it. And I'm just gonna like all of you are gonna get the tension, and I'm gonna send you to the.
nice.
Yeah, Mooney was in my Lost Judgment streams screaming at me to beat up teenagers.
I played that today, and I've beat up a lot of teenagers.
Jesus Christ.
Do not be a bully. Don't do it.
No, don't do it. But yeah, 2 Point Campus. I can't wait to play it. I love 2 Point Hospital.
What a bunch of good people behind that game as well. Like, just want them, they've had great success with 2 Point Hospital. I hope they have the same with 2 Point Campus. They deserve it.
We'll make sure they do. We're observers of the industry.
Observers of the industry, go!
Go! Unite! So my next game that I want to talk about is called Letters. A written adventure.
That's what?
That's it, Letters. A written adventure. I'm just gonna read the description. Letters is a fun word puzzle game about friendship, growing up, and finding your place in life. Follow Sarah, a shy girl from Switzerland, by moving through her pen pal letters and chat messages. Use the power of words to solve riddles, interact with her friends, and decide who she will grow up to be.
The game literally called Letters.
It's called Letters. Yes.
Seems a interesting choice for a game that I had to struggle to get through SEO to find on Steam.
Yeah, it's.
Maybe a little. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I dig deep. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, stick with me. I'll dig through all the SEO. Like, SEO has no power over me.
I mean, I love word games. Like, obviously, word games are huge right now. Wordle is everything on Twitter.
What the
Yeah.
hell
Yeah.
is that?
I muted
I
it.
came back to Twitter and I was thinking, what the
Everyone's,
hell
what's
is
all
this
these fucking
Wordle?
squares?
It's actually so much more humdrum than anything like it looks. It's just Mastermind, that old word game, Mastermind. That's all it is.
I muted Wordle on Twitter a few days ago, and I can finally use Twitter again.
Oh, you'll have to mute me completely. I'm a Wordle freak.
No, it's fine. It's just I won't see all of your green squares and yellow squares and all your other coloured squares. It's
I'll
fine.
send them to you in WhatsApp.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Brilliant. I can deal with one at a time. It's when like 300 people on my Twitter are all posting their Wordles every day, and I'm just like, I can't deal with this. I'm seeing these Wordle squares as I fucking go to sleep at night.
Anyway, we're distracting from letters, which looks really
Yeah,
cute and lovely.
letters. Apparently it's got something called a word-based riddle mechanic, which I don't know what that is, but it sounds really cool.
It's great.
Plus, cozy game.
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I'm kind of like a cozy aesthetic is kind of something I strive for, in my day-to-day life.
The tags on Steam that are shown are choices matter, hand drawn, and colourful, and I feel like that's a pretty good summary from what you can see. It looks lovely.
I love those kind of things. Okay, so we've got about 5 minutes left.
Gosh.
I've already sacked off doing the news.
Okay.
I made that decision in my head about half an hour ago when I was like, this is too much fun. So,
I can do mine really quickly.
yes, I was going to say, let's just go all of yours, Sadie, and then all of Moody's, and then all of mine, and then that should be 5 minutes. Hopefully.
Brilliant. I'll do mine in a minute. So I'll do my other last, like, most intrigued, rather than most anticipated, which is Kerbal Space Program 2, because I have been watching that game from afar and been like, this game looks amazing, but not the kind of game I'd ever play. And obviously, like, it's just
I
so.
wouldn't play this.
No, I mean, like, it's just like it's too complicated and too much, like, you have to invest so much to play that game, and it looks amazing, but like I'm not that kind of brain. My brain doesn't work that way. But like
fair.
that game was huge, like huge, and this has been in the works for ages. So like again, I'm just like, what is it going to meet the hype, or is it going to live up to like this basically phenomenon as a game like Kerbal Space Program 2? So
I have a friend who's really into Kerbal Space Program, and he's tried to explain it to me multiple times, and I can't wrap my head around it.
it is a complicated mess. I think it's fascinating. It's huge. Let's see what two's like. So that's one of them. And obviously, I would be remiss in my role as Konami Yugioh PR manager to not mention Yugioh Master Duel, which is like the digital realization of the Yugioh trading card game. And I have to get my plug-in, so that's my plug-in. I've done it. It's coming to everything. Done.
Does it have a release window at all?
So the release window, we announced it last year, was this winter. So that, like, still applies. It's in the winter. And it'll be coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Nintendo Switch, iOS and Android, and PC Steam. And it'll be free to play, and I think people are going to love it.
Awesome.
Red Eyes Black Dragon for the win.
Yes.
Yes, you two can be Yu-Gi-Oh nerds now for a second. While I just nod and go, yep, sure.
Yeah, I think we just did it, and since we've got like 4 minutes left, or whatever, let's go.
Let's go, Moody. Let's go.
All right, my final three games are. I had to put this publisher on here. No More Robots, publishing the sequel to Not Tonight 2, Not Tonight 2. Basically, that is Panic Barn, developed by Panic Barn. I haven't played the first one. I have it on my wish list. I hopefully intend to buy it and obviously have a look at it before the sequel comes out. No Robots developed a game or published a game that was one of my favorite games of last year, which we'll talk about on our best games of the year list. I'm sure you all know what it is. The amount of time I've talked about the book.
Shut up about it.
I did not shut up about it at all. So I can't basically, whatever they are publishing or anything, I'm going to be there to at least have a look at it and everything. So Not Tonight 2. I can't wait to have a look at this. Looks like it's a satire on like politics and what's happening in the world. Basically, I think what they've said what the original did basically kind of said, "Wait, this is what's happening now, guys. This is what we told you. What's going to happen?" And now they're doing stuff. What they think is going to happen next? I was thinking, "Oh God!" So we're going to know the future after this game to know what's going to happen in the world. So if the game blows up at the end, we know what's going to happen. So this is, I've heard as a rumor, is possible. It's going to be out this year. AEW's wrestling game to go one-on-one with WWE's wrestling game. I'm a huge AEW mark. I love the AEW's brought me back to wrestling. I love wrestling in general, and I hope this come out this year. If it isn't 2023, it's going to be on my list either way. I hope it's going to come out, and I look forward to seeing it. They're going to be developed by the former WWE developer of them, Yugioh. And AEW help publishing and everything. So, like, I can't wait for this. Like, if they nail it right, they're going to go back to the old Mercy feel and all that, no Mercy field. So I'm very interested to see how this feels. And the last one I have to, because I'm a bloody mark for the franchise, and the game comes out literally in about 2 weeks' time. Pokemon Legends Arceus, Game Freak, Nintendo, Pokemon Company, etc. Like, I'm a Pokemon mark. I love Pokemon. Like, I have Bulbasaur everywhere.
Here it comes.
It's my Pokemon.
So
I don't know
give me it. I can't wait. I cannot wait to play this game when it comes out. So, and I'll say this right now, Amy. I think I'm going to be streaming before this because I think I'm going to do a powerful playthrough of Pokemon Shield or Pokemon Sword before Pokemon Legends Arceus comes out. Stream.
That's like 3 weeks from now.
Pokemon Sword or Shield will not take long to complete. It does not take long.
I mean, it's not that short, though.
Moody's nuts, though. So if anybody's going to do it, he's going to do it.
Oh yeah.
Like, he just suddenly popped up streaming Mass Effect 3 for about 10 hours one day. It was really funny. I was like, I'm live, and then it was like, I'm still live. What the fuck's going on?
Working yet? He's still alive. I get home, he's still alive.
I got two I want to quickly do, and then we can do the ending of the podcast and get out of here. The first one is called A Space for the Unbound. This is a slice of life adventure game set in 90s rural Indonesia, which is about a story between a boy and a girl with supernatural powers.
So I've just typed this into Steam, and it literally just said something went wrong.
It's such an Amy game, really, that it's not going to come up for you at all.
Something went wrong.
It's got a cool retro aesthetic art style. It looks like it's going to be a cool story. It's going to make me feel feelings. I like games that make me feel feelings. And there's a demo, which I'll be playing on stream on Thursday. So either I'll find out, yes, this game does seem cool, or I'm going to regret putting it in this list. And the last one is called A Long Journey to an Uncertain End, which is a sci-fi game where you play as a spaceship, recruiting a different crew, and you're on the. It's a bit like FTL, but not nearly as difficult. Where you're on the run from your abusive ex, who I guess is also probably a spaceship. Now that I think about it, I never really put two together there. Like a spaceship dating a spaceship. Yeah, and you just gotta manage your resources, fly away from your abusive ex, and it's a little bit I watched the trailer because they did a Kickstarter, and it feels a little bit Firefly-ish.
Okay, all right,
and I could dig that. I could dig that.
A lot of people want that. A lot of people want that.
A lot of people do want that, including me. I want that.
Nice.
But it looks pretty cool. I didn't have any money when they were doing the Kickstarter, so I couldn't kickstart it. But hey ho, and that's the end of my list. That's the end of the podcast. We did it. 2022. We kicked its ass. I'll see you in 2023. These industry observers, I think it's time to get the hell out of here. Sadie, thank you for joining us. It's been awesome.
Oh, I have one more joke.
Ooh.
Aren't you glad that you invited me?
Orange orange. It's a orange. You glad you invite? I am.
Aren't you glad? Yeah,
Orange.
it really works. It really works.
Orange. It worked perfectly.
It's
I'm
definitely.
terribly slow at getting jokes, so I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Anyway, sorry. No, I've had a really lovely time. This has been loads of fun. Thank you for having me. I hope I didn't waffle on too much about nonsense. So,
No, it's
but yeah,
good. It's good. Expect invitations in the future.
Oh.
And it's been really enjoyable to have you here. But you tell me that joke also reminded me. I was supposed to tell you what Phil's been calling me all week, which is Tango Head. So thanks for that, Phil. I literally, the first time I saw him after I got my hair done, I walked in and he just went, "Hey, Tango Head."
Amy, your hair's
just call
beautiful.
him, shut up, cue ball.
At least I've got hair. But no,
Shut up, spit shine.
It's gorgeous. I love it.
Thank you. I
You're
think so
welcome.
too. Like, it really turned out quite well. I had no idea what it was going to look like. Moody, do you have the
I'm
thing?
ready.
You're ready.
I have the thing.
Close our show out with some positivity.
Time for some positivity to start the 2022. Don't wake up with the regret of what you couldn't accomplish in 2021. Wake up while thinking about what you could achieve in 2022. This year is going to be a good year. I hope. It's already better than last year. I'll just say that right now. I'm not going to end that. I'm not going to continue that sentence because I might go in a dark place. But
That'll do.
That'll do, Moody. That'll do.
Beautifully said. Well done.
I try.
Say bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And keep waving.
Like Family Fortunes, you never know where I'm going to end the video.